The Beauport Sleeper McCann House, located in Gloucester, Massachusetts, is a great example of American history in Essex County. The house represents the 19th century Edwardian period to the beginning of World War I, which was described as a time of innocence. Henry Davis Sleeper was the creator of this house. He was born in 1878 and started building the house around 1907. He continued building until his death in 1934. It shows the social life and connections before the war. Henry Davis Sleeper owned the house along with his family. He was one of the first interior designers of his time, which made the house so popular to its visitors. He brought many people to the area to show off his unique home, which helped bring great service to the town of Gloucester. Sleeper was always adding rooms to his house, and each room had its own theme. The house was put together with pieces of old abandoned homes that Sleeper would buy and take apart. Sleeper had an eye for color. He arranged the home in color and light patterns. Henry would take stained glass bottles and place them into windows to give the room a glow of color. He was also intrigued by the cathedral look and added many Gothic-styled windows to the home. Throughout the house and in every room, there is some sort of a tribute to George Washington. Sleeper was a true patriot and was inspired by George Washington. However, in one particular room of the house, there are busts of all the presidents up to that time. The house contains 40 rooms, and each room has its own theme, shape, color, and historical or literary figure, which were inspired by significant events of the time. Out of the 40 rooms, the most popular were the Pembroke Room, the China Trade Room, the Octagon Room, and the Golden Step Dining Room. The Pembroke Room, otherwise known as the Pine Kitchen, was built after his mother's death. Sleeper took paneling from the 17th century Baker home, which was his mother's family home. The China Trade Room was the most cultural room of the house, with its hand-painted wallpaper showing Chinese culture. This was the room where President Roosevelt and his wife read poems for one of Henry's many gatherings. The Octagon Room was named after the 8 sides, which was used to display his red-painted tinware that he collected while in France. The Golden Step Dining Room was a recreation of the dining room of the Golden Step ship. This is an 8-foot-long replica of the ship itself in the room. It was designed to make it seem like you were actually dining on the ship. After the death of Henry Davis Sleeper, Mr. and Mrs. McCann bought the house and left most of Sleeper's visions and decorations intact. The Beauport Sleeper McCann house is a great example of the social, political, and architectural viewpoints of that time.